On the following day, my mother announced that she was going to remove to town. My father went into her bedroom in the morning and sat there a long time alone with her. No one heard what he said to her, but my mother did not weep anymore. She calmed down and asked for something to eat, but did not show herself and did not alter her intention. I remember that I wandered about all day long, but did not go into the garden and did not glance even once at the wing, and in the evening I was the witness of an amazing occurrence. My father took Count Malevsky by the arm and led him out of the hall into the anteroom and, in the presence of a lackey, said coldly to him, "Several days ago your radiance was shown the door in a certain house. I shall not enter into explanations with you now. But I have the honor to inform you that if you come to my house again, I shall fling you through the window. I don't like your handwriting." The Count bowed, set his teeth, shrank together, and disappeared. Preparations began for removing to town, on the Arbat, 8, where our house was situated. Probably my father himself no longer cared to remain in the villa. But it was evident that he had succeeded in persuading my mother not to make a row. Everything was done quietly, without haste. My mother even sent her compliments to the old princess and expressed her regret that, owing to ill health, she would be unable to see her before her departure. I prowled about like a crazy person, and desired but one thing, that everything might come to an end as speedily as possible. One thought never quitted my head. How could she, a young girl, well, and a princess into the bargain, bring herself to such a step, knowing that my father was not a free man while she had the possibility of marrying Bylovzorov at least, for example? What had she hoped for? How was it that she had not been afraid to ruin her whole future? Yes, I thought, that's what love is, that is passion, that is devotion. And I recalled Lucian's words to me, self-sacrifice is sweet, for some people. Once I happened to catch sight of a white spot in one of the windows of the wing. Can that be Zinaida's face? I thought, and it really was her face. I could not hold out. I could not part from her without bidding her a last farewell. I seized a convenient moment and betook myself to the wing. In the drawing room, the old princess received me with her customary, slovenly careless greeting. "What has made your folks uneasy so early?" "My dear fellow," she said, stuffing snuff up both her nostrils. I looked at her, and a weight was removed from my heart. The word, note of hand, uttered by Philippe tormented me. She suspected nothing, so it seemed to me then, at least. Zinaida made her appearance from the adjoining room in a black gown, pale, with hair out of curl. She silently took me by the hand and led me away to her room. "I heard your voice," she began, "and came out at once. And did you find it so easy to desert us?" "Naughty boy, I have come to take leave of you." "Princess," I replied, "probably forever. You may have heard we are going away." Zinaida gazed intently at me. "Yes, I have heard. Thank you for coming. I was beginning to think that I should not see you. Think kindly of me. I have sometimes tormented you. But nevertheless I am not the sort of person you think I am." She turned away and leaned against the window casing. "Really, I am not that sort of person. I know that you have a bad opinion of me." Yes, you, I repeated sorrowfully, and my heart began to quiver as of old, beneath the influence of the irresistible, inexpressible witchery. Believe me, Zinaida Alexandrovna, whatever you may have done, however you may have tormented me, I shall love and adore you until the end of my life." She turned swiftly toward me and opening her arms widely, she clasped my head, and kissed me heartily and warmly. God knows whom that long farewell kiss was seeking, but I eagerly tasted its sweetness. I knew that it would never more be repeated. "Farewell, farewell," I kept saying. She wrenched herself away and left the room. And I withdrew also. I am unable to describe the feeling with which I retired. I should not wish ever to have it repeated, but I should consider myself unhappy if I had never experienced it. We removed to town. I did not speedily detach myself from the past. I did not speedily take up my work. My wound healed slowly, but I really had no evil feeling toward my father. On the contrary, he seemed to have gained in stature in my eyes. Let the psychologists explain this contradiction as best they may. One day I was walking along the boulevard when, to my indescribable joy, I encountered Lucien. I liked him for his straightforward, sincere character, and, moreover, he was dear to me in virtue of the memories which he awakened in me. I rushed at him. "Aha," he said, with a scowl. "Is it you, young man? Come. Let me have a look at you. You are still all sallow, and yet there is not the olden trash in your eyes. You look like a man, not like a lap dog. That's good. Well, and how are you? Are you working?" I heaved a sigh. I did not wish to lie, and I was ashamed to tell the truth. "Well, never mind," went on Lucien, "don't be afraid. The principal thing is to live in normal fashion and not to yield to impulses. Otherwise, where's the good? No matter whither the wave bears one. 'Tis bad, let a man stand on a stone if need be, but on his own feet. Here I am croaking, but Bylov Zorov. Have you heard about him?" "What about him?" "No. He has disappeared without leaving a trace. They say he has gone to the Caucasus. A lesson to you, young man. And the whole thing arises from not knowing how to say goodbye, to break bonds in time. You, now, seem to have jumped out successfully. Look out, don't fall in again. Farewell." I shall not fall in, I thought. I shall see her no more. But I was fated to see Zinaida once more.